Hello, everyone. This is Friday afternoon. The weekend has begun, and we're going to do some pouring this weekend. First off, this was the one I did with the Vallejo fluid and the Floetrol. As you can see, all those little cells, because I only put the silicone in the white, remember that? And it was one of those bottle pours, those bottle bottoms. So this is all dry, and you can see that it's much more vibrant because everything's dried up, and the Floetrol dries up transparent, so it leaves the paint, and then it just goes bam, beautiful colors, and it's nice and bright and full of cells where we want them, and there's some pieces in there that don't have many cells, which is kind of nice, just a sort of a change. So I'm very happy about this one. It's not ready to be cleaned and varnished, but that's what this video is about. I'm going to be doing something telling you about the varnishing, and because I've been getting a lot of questions about it again, and of course I can go back and look for the videos that I did on varnishing, but I thought I'll just do another one. Why not, right? So what I do is I have an old rag. This is one that isn't cleaned yet. Nice one too, because I'm gonna varnish this one. I kind of like it. So what I do is put a little bit of water on top of the canvas. See that? Wring it out and make it wet. Then I come in with my sponge with which has a lot of Dawn dish soap on it. And what I do is just do this. As you can see, there's a lot of foam, and I like to dip it in like this. Make sure that it has time to soak up those oils. And as you can see, nothing comes off of the painting, because if you have quality paint, it's waterproof when it's dry, so nothing's going to happen. If it does come off, it's a sign that there's too much silicone on your canvas. That's when the silicone hits the canvas before the paint hits the canvas. That's the problem. Then sometimes it can lift off. But then you're not, really doing the pour as it's supposed to be. So that's a good sign and good thing to watch out for. So this I do 3 times. And I'm not sure if you can pick it up, but already it is totally matte. And that is a sign that all the silicone is off. But just to be on the safe side, I do this 3 times. And, I don't let it dry in between. I just do it, clean it off, come back in with the sponge. But do make sure your sponge is clean. Every time you do this, have a clean sponge, and then just start doing this again. And of course the sides. Then wipe it off with a rag, nice wet rag like this. And you're ready to go. And you have to let it dry, of course, because it has to dry. But then you're ready to go. Now, I did clean a canvas. And let me get my brush. And I did have a lot of these brushes. I sold them in my web shop, but I can't get them anymore. I ordered them, they let me pay, and then they didn't send them. And that is such a, that really, really burns my little rear end. Because, they don't say, oh, sorry, we don't have them anymore, and then give you your money back. No, first they say, oh, no, it'll be there. Just have a little patience. It'll be there. But it's not going to be there because I can see that you canceled my order. But, that's the way it goes. Okay, so this one I'm not going to do because I just cleaned it. But this one I cleaned and I let dry. This one is from way back, and I don't even know which video number it is. If you do, please let me know, then I can put it on the back. Now, I've been experimenting with varnish. Whoops. I've been experimenting. And I made something that I think is gonna work like it should. So see, this is what I do. I just put it on like that, and you can see that it's kind of fluid. Look at that. That is so easy to do. So here we go. And I already have too much on there that I can see already, but okay. But you know, over the course of this weekend, I'm going to show you exactly how this is going to build up, because I never do one layer of varnish. I don't think that's enough. I always do about 3, sometimes 4. Then you get that beautiful resin finish. And I have been testing all sorts of varnishes, and I used to use a lot of polyurethane. That works, but I like this one better. So this is one I mixed up together. These are, I don't know, I think I think about 8 different sorts of varnish. But look at that. Is that smooth or what? And you see me just do it, you know, it's so easy, and it pulls so beautifully. Look at it, it's just like resin, right? So already it's beautiful, but when it dries, it sort of, I don't know how you call it. I think you call it, it shrinks a little. So then when it's all dry, it will be really glossy, but also it will have, you will see less of it. You know, I don't know how to explain it. When you have a resin piece, and I can see here and there, I can see a little bit of silicone left, because that's what happens when you put that first layer on. I'm not sure if you can pick it up. Let's see if I can show it. Over here I got a couple. Not sure if you can pick it up, guys, but believe me, I can see that there's a little bit of separation here and there because the silicone is not totally off. So even 3 times with the sponge, I think if you really want to avoid this, but this is no problem, because once this is dry and I can come back over it with another layer, it's totally gone. But if you don't want to do that, all you have to do is just clean a couple of times more. It's really fast, and if you do it outside in the sun, you can have your bucket with water and your cloth and your little spongy thing, and you can just do, I don't know, maybe 20 canvases, and it'll take you about 15 minutes. But you got them all then all ready for you to varnish. So this is it, nice and smooth. Oh, there you see that? There's a little dent, and that's caused by silicone that is left over from even after I cleaned it 3 times. So maybe a couple of more times, who knows? Or let the foam sort of do its thing. That's maybe better. I did this really quickly, so you know, just to do for this video. But as you can see, it's nice and smooth, nice little layer of varnish, and I'm going to show you this. Every time I'm going to add a layer, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to put my little cap back on. See, that's my little bottle. And the first word, that's Dutch for varnish. We don't like long words, so we just say lak. Yeah, try that. Lak. And this word is glossy. So this is varnish glossy, but in Dutch. Okay, so this one I'm going to put away. And if you really want to be, if you're really precise, what I'd say, you know, if you don't want any dust in there and you want to avoid everything, you have to treat this like resin. So when you put it away, you have to make yourself one of those little plastic tents where you can put it in. There has to be a little bit of airflow, you know, that's good, but not too much. And then, you know, there will be no hairs, no dust, no nothing. This is my first layer, but with the second and the third, I will be putting it under one of those little plastic tents. And someone asked me, you know, can you show us how you do the plastic tent? But people, it's nothing but 2 boxes. I put plastic over it. I put some paint jars, you know, to hold down the plastic so the plastic can't go anywhere. And that's it. You know, that's all it really is a couple of boxes, plastic over it, and that'll do it. So this one I'm not going to do at the moment. I'm going to let this one dry. And we're having some fantastic weather in Holland. This weekend is going to be awesome. It's going to be almost like summer. So that's why I'm cleaning off all my canvases, because if I can lay them in the sun, that speeds it up so much faster. So that's the deal this weekend. Let me put this away. Now with the last pour I did, not the orange one, but the pour before that, I had some paint left over, and I didn't want to do a lot of swipes online because, well, I know some people like me doing the swipes, but also some say, you know, stop already because you're swiping your, you know, everything. But this I really, really liked, so I'm going to give you a close-up here. This one I really liked. This will make some beautiful jewelry. And this one, that one I really, really like. And then I had another one, and that one was really funny because I did a different, come back into focus, yes. I was experimenting on releasing paint. And I cut this out because the rest was blah, but this centerpiece, that is really beautiful. So let me get you in really close. Look at those veins. Can you see those veins here? They are gorgeous, aren't they? That is beautiful. Now, what I did is I found a really big, how do you call it? A syringe, really big one. This one, it is 50 milliliters, and I think if you have a veterinarian, you know, a doctor for animals, they have big ones like this, especially if they treat cows and horses and all that such. So you could, maybe if you have a friend, you could get one of these. But I cut off the, because the point was pretty long and thin, but I cut it off so I had a pretty big hole. See that? And that's where I pushed the paint out of. And that was kind of, it gave a couple of effects that I really, really liked. And this was one of them. So what I did is I held my finger on the syringe like this. And I filled up the chamber with paint. And then comes the tricky bit. I had to put this on. And when you do that, you already get pressure in the chamber. So when I held it up and let the paint come down and release my finger, it went all over the place. Because right now, you know, my whole monitor is full with paint. But I don't know how to easily do that. Because you have to fill it like this. You have to put this one on top and you have to let it roll back, because you have to push out all the air before you really do what you want to do. So say I have this in paint, then I still have my finger on here. Well, first I release the air, of course, and then I have the finger on here. Then I put it here on the paper, and then I go whoosh, and it really splattered out. That was one thing that was really cool. But it also made just a little bit more different cells than I'm used to when I'm doing swipes. So maybe if you have one of these, you can cut it off and you can do that, and you might be amazed. Why I'm sort of doing that is because someone said, why don't you just keep doing those flip cups? Because those bottoms of those bottles, that isn't fun or whatever. But, you know, the thing is that if I do only flip cups, then it'll be really boring. And I don't want to get stuck in one way of, you know, releasing that paint. So what I have set up, I'm going to do that one later on, or maybe tomorrow morning, I'm not sure, because I've had a really busy week. But I'm going to, first I'm going to do a push and pull with Vallejo paint, which I've never done before. I've always done the push and pulls with the Winsor & Newton, so I'm going to do a Vallejo push and pull. And I know a lot of people like the push and pulls, so that's what we're going to do. And then I was thinking this weekend I'm going to mix up the Winsor & Newtons, and I'm going to try to recreate the one I did with where I put the paint on the plastic and bunched it all up and punched a hole in it and let it go. Because that painting, and I gave it away with last month's giveaway. I can't show it, sorry. But that painting has been in my head for I don't know how long. And it just, something in that painting, I do have it on my Instagram account. Wait a minute, I'll give you my Instagram. Instagram. So my Instagram is, of course, Annemarie 33. That is so easy. So if you go to Instagram and you go searching for Annemarie 33, you will get my Instagram account, and it's way up there. It's one of the last ones I put on there. And someone said, you know, they made a comment. They said there's so much depth in that painting. It's unreal. And I think that was exactly what pulled me to that painting, because I don't know, somehow it's just, it has this 3D feeling to it. So I'm gonna watch my video. Yeah, sometimes I watch my own videos. Yeah, I can learn from my own videos. So I'm gonna watch that video again, and then I'm going to mix up some paint. I think I'll go to the same colors, because sometimes the colors are what makes the pour and the cells and all that kind of stuff, because some colors react better than other colors. But I'm sure you've all experienced that. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to mix up the same colors, and I'm going to do another one, release it, and then I'm going to add some other new colors and see if I get the same effect. So that's going to be coming up this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. What else did I have? Oh no, I still have, like, this is what I scraped up from the table from the last Vallejo, you know, the orange and yellow one. I'm going to be using this paint. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using this paint though, because, well, why not? Let's see. See, I didn't put lids on top. Sometimes I'm such a lazy artist. But I didn't put lids on top. But I think if I put a little bit of water and make it a little fluid again, I think it'll work. Yeah, that's going to work. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the pressure release. We're going to do, man, I'll show you this one too. Maybe you'll enjoy that when I do on Yupo or on the photo paper. We'll do that. And of course, I'm going to show you in the videos to come, I'm going to show you how I'm going to be varnishing that painting. So that's coming up. And of course, we're going to do the giveaway, because I've already cut out all the little names. See that? They're all cut up. Here they are. They're all in there. So we're going to pop those in the hat tomorrow, and I'm going to pull one out, and I'm going to give the winner a choice of 3 paintings. And I'll be working on that painting, because I don't think I have a lot of paintings varnished and ready. So I'll have to do that. Okay, that's it, guys. Love you all to pieces.